Welcome to UN Autonomous College. Today we are going to discuss about a concept that is known as communication utilities in Unix system. We know that before going to discuss about this topic, this communication is one process which gives lots of environment for doing some tasks in their Unix platform. Next we are going to discuss about what are the different topic outlines related to our Unix operating system. So here we have four topics outlines. First of all, we can discuss introduction to about this topic. Then what is the use of FTP utility. Then learning what is the use of telnet utilities. Then we are learning what are the different examples are related to our topic. So in this introduction section, we are going to discuss about some concept that is known as when you work in a distributed environment, you need to communicate with the remote users and you also need to access remote Unix machines. Before going to discuss about this topic, we know that each and every platform must give an environment of sharing. In that sharing environment is the part of distributed environment. So this type of distributed environment gives a platform through which you can sharing their contents from one source to another source very flexible way, and that way is known as the communication with some different sections. That means in the local system to our remote application system. Similarly, that Unix also gives a remote access to one task to in another system. So there are several Unix utilities are used in this Unix system which are helping users communicate in a network as well as you can say distributed environment. So this chapter is only list of few of them how to using that communication through FTP and telnet application. So next we are going to discuss if a user want to access any type of networking based application. In that moment we are using a command, and that command known as a ping command. By using that ping command sends an echo request to a host available on the network. Using this command you can check if your remote host is responding well or not. If a remote host is not means responding very well manner, we need to check how it will be helpful to user to make a link between the source to destination. So the ping command is useful for the following ways. First of all, you can tracking and isolating hardware and software problems. Then we can determining the status of the network and the various foreign hosts. Then we are learning how to make a link between source to destination through testing as well as measuring and managing some network based applications, because you know that whenever user want to link from one host to another host, in that moment we can use the one ping. Ping means it is a base of connection from source to destination, means one location to another location. So if a user want to making this kind of connection between the source to destination, in that case we are using three type of ways through which you can making some system software to our hardware. By using this two way of communication, we can making a user environment through which you can give some command or request from source to destination very flexible and reliable way. Next we are going to discuss if a user want to use how to using a ping command in their Unix system. We have a simple syntax on this slide. So first of all we can write that with the help of the FTP. FTP means file transfer protocol command. This command must be learning briefly in the next slide. So here we are using how to use like ping command in our Unix system. We know that we are using a $sign, and that $sign is a part of a Unix prompt. Whenever this prompt is typed with a command like ping, P-I-N-G, then we can typing your host name. That means you want to connect which type of remote system from source to destination. We can write that host name with their IP address. Whenever user can typing this to host name or IP address, in that moment we are getting an environment. Through this environment we can type some command. By using this command we can starting some application. That means you are going to printing some command from source to destination very flexible and reliable way. So if a user want to come out of that command, you can terminate it by pressing Ctrl+C keys. That means whenever your ping can be connected from source to destination, in that moment you need to stop that connection, or you can say one communication channel in between your source to destination environment. In that time we must use the keys that is the part of a short keys, and that is known as the control plus C. Whenever user can press these two button or these two keys, in that moment you are disconnected from the remote system. That means you are automatically using your local system. That means your environment is not connected with your any remote based application. Next we are going to discuss how it will be looks whenever user can use that ping command. That means whenever user want to ping with a google.com, in that moment user can type your $ping space, just you can type your google.com, or you can write any URL you have your own site. That means whenever user can writing this google.com, then you can press enter, then ping google.com, then you are getting an URL, that means a part of your IP address 74.125.67.100, and it gives some criteria how it will be accessed, what are the different statistics using in this Google platform. It is automatically displayed in this section. Then if a host does not exist, you will receive a following output like ping. Suppose you are typing some wrong ID, then you are getting a message like unknown host. That means this type of site or URL is not exist in our server. Whenever you are accessing any type of site and that site is available in their server case, then you can call like ping with that site name, then automatically getting some response. Which type of response, which are already displayed in this slide, then you are confirmed that this site is already exist and you are getting an environment of accessing this kind of criteria, this kind of platform, which is already displayed in this slide. And if a user is typing any wrong URL, then you are getting unknown host ID. You are going to invoke from source to destination. Next we are going to discuss about what are the different criteria which are related to our topic. Here we are going to discuss what are the use of FTP utility. We know that whenever user want to access this FTP utility, in that moment user must type a command like FTP, which stands for File Transfer Protocol. This utility helps you upload and download your file from one computer to another computer. So the FTP utility has its own set of Unix-like commands. So these commands help you perform tasks such as connect and log in to a remote host, then you can navigate directories, then list directories contents, then put and get files, then you can easily transfer files as ASCII or EBC, DIC or binary code. This is a file format through which you can easily transmit from source to destination environment. But here that FTP is the one gives a platform through which you can be transfer some files which are related to a local based application. You want to link sharing some document or video or audio file, whatever you want to know about this kind of images, whatever you have in a system, you also want to sharing from one host to another host. In that moment you can take the help of this command like your FTP. By using this FTP command, you can easily sharing some different directories or extensions file relevant information from source to destination. This slide we are going to discuss how to use like syntax of FTP command. Whenever user want to use this FTP command, we have some properties and we have some criteria, and just we can say user must open a Unix prompt, and through that Unix prompt we can getting an symbol like $sign. Whenever user can display $sign, we can type a command FTP, then we can typing your host name, or we can typing any IP address through which you can be sharing our information from source to destination. The above command would prompt you for the login ID and password. Whenever your IP address is connected, then you're getting an one option like your login ID or password. Whenever user can typing the login ID or password, whenever it is exists, then it is automatically linked with source to destination and it can transfer some file from one location to another location. Once you are authenticated, you can access the home directory of the login account and you would be able to perform various commands in our Unix system. That means whenever user can link with another remote based system through this FTP command, then user can easily transfer their files, images or audios, videos, whatever you want to linking with some source to destination, which is very reliable and flexible way. That means it is not related to our complicated platform. So it is an easier platform and is a secure platform through which you can be transfer or link between source to our destination environment. Next we are going to discuss what are the different commands are related to our topic. So here we have 10 number of commands. First command known as a put file name. By using this command, user can upload some file name from the local machine to remote machine. If a user want to load some files which are exist in a local system and that type of file must be transferred to remote system, user must use a command like put. This put command helps to transfer some files from source to destination with reliable and flexible way. By using its file name, you must type the file name means in front of this put command. If a user want to use get with file name which downloads some file name from remote machine to local machine. We know that whenever user want to downloading some file which are exist in their remote server, in that moment we can use a get command. Through that get command we can easily extract that server based application or server based files to our local based system. So if a user want to use like command mput, then what is the use of this mput command? Here user must type mput with file list. By using this command, user can upload more than one file from local machine to remote machine. That means this command gives a platform through which the user can select more than one file systems or file based applications which can easily upload it one location to another location. That means you can select more than one files very suitable way, or we can say very smoothen way. There is no any getting any hurdles or any obstacles you are saving or uploading your files. Similarly, user can use mget file name or file list. By using this, we can also easily downloading more than one files from remote machine to local machine. Similarly, we have another prompt that is known as command like prompt op. This command used to turns the prompt op. By default, you will receive a prompt to upload or download files using mput or mget command. Whenever user can access this prompt on or op, that means you can easily uploading and downloading messages available in our Unix system. If a user can use like another command prompt on, it turns the prompt on. It also gives an environment through which you can accessing any other type of commands which are exist in our Unix system. Next we have a command like dir. This dir lists all the files available in the current directory of the remote machine. That means if you have more than one files in our remote system, you want to visualize or look what are the different files exist in the remote system, you can use a command like dir. 8 number command that is known as cd with dim name, that means directory name. It is used to change the directory to determines what are the, or we can say dname on the remote machine, because we have more than one directories in this Unix system. In that moment you want to choose, or we can say change from one directory to another directory, we can use like cd command, means change directory command. Next command we have using like lcd. By using this command you can easily change some directory to dyname on the local machine very reliable way. You can also changing some directories in only local machine, not in the remote machine. If a user want to change some directories in the remote system, we can use cd command. If a user want to change some directories in the local system, here you can use like lcd command, through which you can changing some directories location in the local system one directories to another directory. Last but not least, here we have a command like quit. By using this command you can log out from the current login system. If a user want to log out their Unix system, we can use like quit command. By using this quit, you can just your connection will be disconnected, which is linked with a remote system. Okay, this 10 number of commands are specially using in our communication environments. These commands can help makes a beautiful utilities in our Unix operating system. Next we are going to discuss. So here already we are using some use of that ftp command. If a user want to use some ftp command, the user must type $prompt, then we are getting ftp with amrod.com. It is on site. Whenever it is connected, they are getting some environment here like some what are the different files exist in our Unix system, which is already displayed in this Unix system, and in this slide also we are getting this kind of files which are exist in our Unix prompt. If a user can be using this ftp command, it can automatically display some directories you want to see, and that is known as dir command. It can shows what are the different directories exist in our Unix system, which is the remotely exist. So in that moment also you can change some directories from one part to another part, which is also reliable and flexible environment getting in this Unix prompt system. The use of telnet utility. If a user want to use this telnet utility concept, user must aware about some part and which part are really related to our topic. Because you know that user may link with one local system to remote system. We have different ways. One is a ping command, then we also have another way of remote connection like our telnet utility command. This telnet utility command also helps to link with one source to destination very reliable and flexible way without any complexity. So there are some times when we are required to connect a remote Unix machine and work on that machine remotely. In that moment, the telnet is a utility that allows a computer user at one side to make a connection, and whenever that connection is built successfully, then you are getting a login and password environment through which you can give a login password. Then you are automatically connected with that remote based application. Then you can conduct work on a computer at another site. Once you log in using this telnet, you can perform all the activities on your remotely connected machine. So here you are getting some examples of telnet and how it will be performed in our Unix prompt. We know that if a user want to making one reliable environment like telnet, this telnet is a very beautiful command through which you can getting a secure environment from source to destination. We know that whenever user getting one telnet through connect with a remote system, in that moment which allows one user of another system to another user of another system, which is means it is a way of connection between one local based application to one remote based application. Very reliable and very suitable way, but somehow we are getting an error at the time of long distance communication. So this telnet is getting a beautiful interface in between the source to destination environment. Whenever user can be linked with this telnet command, there is no need to use like ping command. Ping command only shows the what are the different IP address we are using in our Unix prompt, but here the telnet command helps to getting an environment through which you are getting one reliable and very beautiful command to give a secure platform from source to destination communication. Here in this slide we are going to discuss what is the use of this telnet command. Just it is only displayed in that part. First of all, user can write the telnet with a URL, then we can trying to connect it. If it is successfully connected, then you are getting an login and user ID password. Then user must type a user ID and that user ID known as Amrod. Similarly, user can also type some password. In that password section, user may typing whatever password is used for that Amrod based application. When it is successfully matched, then you are getting an environment through which you can working through this connection. Similarly, the last unsuccessful login ID if you are pressing, then you are getting this unsuccessful connection. If you are getting one really right ID with password, then you are getting your server based application is successfully connected. Similarly, you are getting one prompt like $sign. In that $sign you can do any type of applications you want to use through this telnet command. If you are successfully doing your work very reliable way, then you need to log out from that telnet. That means that remote based application you can press like your logout button, or you can say logout command. This logout command helps to just putting out from that remote system to a local system without any complexity. And whenever user can type this logout command, then you are getting an option like your one query is like connection closed. Whenever that logout command is run successfully, then we are getting a message like connection closed. Similarly, if a user want to use this command once again, user can also use like telnet with that URL name. Whenever user can putting enter, then automatically it is linked with one source to destination. So these are some ways through which you can be linking from source to destination, and that way of communication is very flexible and reliable and trusted way of dealing with the local based application to server based application without any complexity. If you have any type of doubt or any type of queries, then you can ask through comment box of YouTube channel. Okay, final, thank you, have a nice day.